Happy Friday, traders. It's Hima here. And yeah, it's me here on camera with you. I figured it's high time I start bringing you into my office, showing you me and where all the magic happens, and still bringing you the awesomeness of the chart of the week. So today we have Bitcoin on the move. It's been on the move all week, and Fridays I'm normally not trading, but I thought I'd take a moment to analyze the Bitcoin chart with you and for you. So let's dive in. Now, important reminder that trading and investing can be extremely risky business. Therefore, it's your responsibility to evaluate any information, opinion, advice, or other content contained in this video, right? Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. Therefore, it's a very volatile market. And so you've got to be prepared for large moves to happen, and you've got to be able to trade with money you can afford to lose. Now, all that being said, let's go look at crypto on my TradeStation chart. So this is symbol BTC/USD. And I'm going to focus in on the analysis and take a look, all right? I'm still here with you. So here we have the weekly chart, and you can see that we have the RSI power zones, my favorite indicator at the bottom, and we have this massive week that had a very, very sharp fall. Now, right out of the gate, I see a couple things that I want to bring to your attention. First, we have the low of the week ending January 22nd, 2021. That was really, really important support. And look, we haven't broken below it, guys, so we might be in good shape for a while. That alone isn't a reason to go buying Bitcoin right now, but it's definitely a good sign for those of you who are a little bit freaked out maybe about your long position. Another positive note here is that we have the RSI coming back to the bull support power zone. This indicates that the downside momentum on the weekly chart in Bitcoin might be over, and bulls might be kind of getting their bearings to start buying again. So with this impression of the weekly chart of Bitcoin, I think that the selling of this week might be it for a while, but let's go to the daily chart to, as I say, refine. So what I do is I have a separate panel for my daily chart. And here you can see I still have the RSI power zones indicator. Now I'm going to recreate the analysis I did on the weekly. So here we've got the support lined up. We've got the same RSI power zones, which look different on the daily chart, which makes sense. And that's because each candlestick is representing one day of price action instead of 1 week. Now look at the RSI power zones here, all right? They have traded down into the bear support power zone. That alone doesn't mean that you should go buying, but that indicates that the short-term weakness might be out of steam, as I mentioned. All right, the other factor to consider here is that the RSI power zones and price altogether are coming into an area of support or a place where buyers are living. And better yet, we have this price probe. That's a concept I teach in the 4 zones RSI coverage system, providing price support. Again, not a reason to stick your hand out and buy Bitcoin if you haven't yet, but definitely a bit of a relief for anybody who is worried about further downside. The biggest thing to look at here, guys, is that we have a couple of days of action forming within a prior range. So May 19th's range, see how it's this big giant candle? Until we trade either above or below that. So above, I would mark with a blue horizontal line. Okay, I'm super into color. So it really makes a difference to me how I annotate my charts. It makes it way easier to actually understand my analysis later, especially if the chart gets cluttered with other analysis. So we only use blue horizontal lines for resistance. As for support, pink horizontal line. And we already have the one close by at 28,732, but what I'm going to do is bring that up to the low of the bar that's capturing the current price action. And it's 30,000 even. So this is your range to watch, guys, right? If we continue to weaken and fall below 30,000 and then continue to push below 28,732, then it's probably not such great news for Bitcoin in the next couple of weeks here, and I would look for a deeper setback. Now I'm going to go back to my weekly chart to see where that might be. And out of the gate, I see that would be 19,915.4. Again, based off years of identifying support and resistance and knowing where markets tend to gravitate towards. On the flip side, if we see Bitcoin trade higher from current levels, okay, it starts to break above the 43,591.70 level, then I think there's a good chance that we return to this price spike. So remember, a price spike, again, as I teach in the 4 zones RSI coverage system, has 3 parts to it. Okay, low, middle, and high, and they all have different importance, significance, strategies for trading, Don't do this on your own, guys. That's why I'm here to help. The price spike and price probe are probably my favorite ways to identify support and resistance. And again, I detail them in the 4 zones RSI coverage system. So with that, now we have a game plan for Bitcoin. Feels pretty good going into the weekend, right? Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and wrap this up with a little bit more analysis that I'm going to do really quick for you, the way I do in Monthly Group Coaching Live, to get a sense of market timing and to get a sense of any other patterns or signals that may be unfolding. So a beautiful thing right here is that we have our loss forecasting methods also supporting the formation of the recent low in Bitcoin. That's great. Now, what will happen from there? It's still TBD, okay? To be determined. Do not trade this. I do not have a crystal ball. However, this is giving me an idea that we may have corrective price action up into at least June 2nd if we break above 43,591. You got it? So if Bitcoin gets above 43,591, June 2nd might be an important trading day for a price trend change. That's what I see here. You can sign up at the link to get my hot, timely, actionable updates as soon as I publish right to your inbox.